Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is Monday, February 27th, and this is the market overview looking at the Dow, SPX, VIX, TNA, UUP, FXE, GLD, SLV, GE, XLF, XOY, and Apple. Yeah. Okay. Another day, all over the place. Up, down, all around. Started off massively promising. The dippers came in, pushed it to a new high, and sold off near the close. And ended up with this huge honkin' doji star. Not exactly useful, but nonetheless that is what it is. We didn't have a downtick. We still have the 14-day crossing down, getting under the 80, and stochastics waiting to go down as well. Down on the MACD, slightly down on the MACD histogram, very slightly, down on the CCI, and slightly up on the RSI. Now, we had huge news right after the market closed, just a little while ago, that Greece was put into selective default by S&P. Good job, S&P. Finally getting around to it. Should have happened a while back, but today was the day. So, if anything is going to move the market to the downside, you would think that that would do it, right? We're going to find out tomorrow. And very cool, though. At its lowest point today, it did break below the lowest short-term moving average, which is kind of cool. Been much cooler if it had closed there. But anyways, it is what it is. And it did exceed the recent low here, which would infer to me that it did. Yes, it did. It did break it by just a hair. That the next floor should be tested, which would be a retest of the long-term moving average bar. So we'll be looking for that in the next couple of days. But of course, we need to have a downtick first. If we don't get a downtick tomorrow, then probably nothing will bring a downtick. So anyways, going on to the Nasdaq. Look at that big fat body spinning top, no downtick. Stochastics pointing up, 14-day RSI moving average pointing down, CCI pointing down, RSI ticking up, MACD ticking down, MACD histogram ticking down. Much stronger than the Dow was today. Obviously, big green, which actually is bullish engulfing. But we're going to see what that news brings about tomorrow. SPX. Very pretty hanging man, and 14-day ticking down, stochastics ticking sideways, RSI ticking up, down on CCI, down on the MACD, and sideways on the MACD histogram, also stronger than the Dow. Alright, so green on SPX, green on the Nasdaq. And the VIX jumped up huge today. Getting above 19, getting above the the lower price consensus level, and of course falling for the majority of the day, recovering some by the close. But we had an uptick today. It was resolved intraday, with the 14-day RSI moving average ticking up. We have the stochastics appearing to attempt to curl around, CCI turning over, RSI ticking up, MACD histogram ticking up, and the MACD getting a bullish cross. Very good sign. And at its height today, almost getting to a bar retest with the real body of the candle, but not quite. Of course, it's the more important part is the short-term moving averages getting to the bar for a retest. But I think that this was also very encouraging to get above the lower price consensus level. So should see more of that in the next couple of days. And XOI, how about that? The position of oil was up slightly today, ending with a spinning top, no downtick, 14-day RSI moving average still ticking up. Stochastics still locked in the upright position. CCI ticking down from being massively overbought, and we do have negative divergence there. RSI ticking down. The MACD ticking up, and the MACD histogram ticking down. It will be really nice to see oil have some kind of a corrective move, and I think that it will. But and we do have negative divergence in the stochastics as well in the daily, which is important. Apple, yeah, I'll take another look. Go a little bit out of order today. Amazing, hitting yet another new high on Apple intraday. Ending with a spinning top. We still have a little bit of excessive separation, nothing major. We have negative divergence in the CCI, which is very high. We have the 14-day RSI moving average still ticking up, stochastic still ticking up, RSI ticking sideways, MACD ticking down. I'm sorry, MACD histogram ticking down, and the MACD ticking up. This is doing such a job all by itself on the market. And it'll be great to see a pullback sometime. Hopefully it'll be soon. And when it does, watch out. GE, further read on the Dow. Ooh, ending with a inverse hammer. And 14-day RSI moving average ticking down. Stochastics running after it. CCI ticking down, RSI ticking down. Bearish cross, MACD, down on the MACD histogram. Very nice. Very nice. And yeah, we're only 20 cents away from reaching the bar with the real body of a candle. That'll be nice. We did close below the upper price consensus level. That is an indication of some weakness. But, you know, you can pop back inside of it. The real test is closing below the main price consensus level. So we're going to see what happens there, but there should be some resistance there unless we're going to go into a waterfall correction, which, boy, that news. TNA, yeah, ending with a fat body spinning top all over the place today, even touching the lower Bollinger Band. Look how it's pinched. Very interesting, and it's not going to take much to get below the middle Bollinger Band. So normally when you have a pinch, you have a big move come in, and so I mean, this could be breakout to the upside, break it down to the downside. It would be nice to see a retest of the 200-day moving average. We have the stochastics pointing up, but the 14-day RSI moving average ticking down, CCI ticking down, RSI ticking sideways, MACD ticking down, MACD histogram ticking down. UUP. Oh yeah, look at that. We have a nice little hammer today. We do not have an uptick. Could have had one, but we don't have one. 14-day RSI moving average ticking up. Stochastics almost to it, the fast and the slow, and the fast is turning up. Up on the CCI, up on the RSI, down on the MACD histogram, down on the MACD. That's kind of interesting. And we do have positive divergence in the MACD histogram. We do have positive divergence in the stochastics and in the RSI, but not in the CCI. So we should have a corrective move in the dollar, and we have gotten really close to the 200-day moving average. There should be a bounce at that point. So hopefully we'll have that bounce. FXE, the euro. We said last night needed to go down or sideways to get back inside the upper Bollinger Band. It certainly did that, gap down, and yeah, it was green for the day. Look at the excessive separation here. Ugly. We do have the middle Bollinger Band still below the candle, but beyond that, down on the CCI, down on the RSI, up on the MACD and the MACD histogram. Look at that, a downtick on the 14-day RSI moving average. Ooh! And attempting to get the turnover in the stochastics. Very nice. So going in for a retest of the forming bar. Actually, it's a flatline bar at the moment, but that would be great. That would be great. And you can see that we have divergence in the stochastics. I think we do. Yes, we do. We have divergence in the stochastics, negative divergence. Oops. We have negative divergence in the RSI. We have negative divergence in the MACD histogram. So we should have some corrective movement. I know it's been a long time, whereas divergences just get bigger or they get busted, and yeah, this could be no different. But nonetheless, it's there. GLD. Yeah, how about that? We have a I don't think that's a I'll just say inverse hammer. We still have a ways to go for this downtick that we got today, taking us to 170. We have the 14-day ticking down, stochastics moving to join it, CCI ticking down, RSI ticking sideways, sideways on the MACD, down on the MACD histogram, and definitely excessive separation. There is a bubble here. Now this should be very interesting in the days to come, because while we should have more corrective move, if we have a rebound in the dollar, we have the push-pull that we've talked about so many times with fear, the VIX, and the dollar. So, but fear should trump the dollar, so we have a little bit of a conundrum here. SLV. We were saying last night we need a big green bar above the 200-day moving average, and we didn't get it. Little doji star, excessive separation in the short-term moving averages. There is a bubble here. 14-day RSI moving average ticking down, stochastics looping around, CCI ticking down, RSI ticking sideways, bullish cross on the MACD, MACD histogram up, poor man's gold, the third VIX. XLF, the banks. Ooh, look at that. Now that is really interesting. Bullish engulfing. 14-day RSI moving average ticking down, stochastics looking like they want to loop up on the RSI, down on the CCI, down on the MACD, up on the MACD histogram. Massive mess. Completely just very strange signals. Not trustworthy whatsoever. And that's going to do it for tonight. Tomorrow should be very interesting. So I'm going to be watching as closely as I can tomorrow. But very, very cool. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video are for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.